chagrin, if you will. But even on our legally approved information, essential to bone, heart, and cardiovascular health, essential in that proper utilization of calcium within your body. So I guess my whole point is this: not only when we talk about your cardiovascular system, but if you're going to bother to take calcium, if you're concerned about, you know, your bone health, and you want to make sure, as Andrew says, like that traffic cop, it goes where it gets to go. It's like getting a paycheck. We all want to get paid for our job. You want to get that benefit. You want to make sure that calcium is going where it needs to go and utilized the way it needs to be.
Most importantly, is certainly in terms of skeletal health and bone health, there's abundant research that shows that vitamin K2 MK7 supports bone and skeletal health because it promotes the bone's retention of calcium. It promotes the osteoblast versus osteoclast without getting too technical here. So it promotes the mechanisms in our bone that supports the creation of bone and retention and integration of calcium with it versus the breakdown. And that's a process that's constantly going on in our bones. It's a cycle that's constantly going on. And of course, we want to favor the creation versus the breakdown. That's what vitamin K2 MK7 promotes. So, and again, we all have calcium in our body. All our cells have calcium in them. The bones are the reservoir for calcium within our body. But we want to resist calcium's being deposited in tissues where it can have an adverse effect, such as in our blood vessels, in our arteries, or in our heart valves. That's not where we want to see calcium building up. That calcification is undesirable, and it's not in the best interest of our health. So vitamin K2 MK7 plays a dual role. It plays a role in promoting the healthy, beneficial role of calcium in our bone and avoiding the unhealthy, the deleterious role of calcium in other tissues in our body. And again, if you respect the role of vitamin D and calcium in our body, which you can't help but respect the role that they play, then you can't avoid giving attention to vitamin K2 MK7. It's something I've talked about for a decade. It pretty much initially for the first 5 years fell on deaf ears, but now the science is finally being picked up by other forms of media. So certainly there's an abundance of science on vitamin K2, and now it's being picked up by other publications. What is Link? What are you doing?
What is he?
What is he?
He wants to be a cameraman, I think.
Come here, buddy. Link, come here, bud.
Well, he can speak French. I bet he can run a camera.
No, he can speak French.
I know.
Link is bilingual, and Marcel just relies on Link as his translator. So, because
Marcel is Lincoln's chew toy.
Yeah, well,
or toy.
It's Lincoln can't wait every morning to play with Marcel, which is great to have a dog who's 11 years old who thinks he's a puppy, and the two of them are just
they're so
okay.
Sweet.
No more, all done. So nothing to. I keep my audience riveted. I'm not sure if everyone's like that at home, but what was the old? I think it was RCA Victor, where the dog was listening to the Victrola at the time, and it was what was the sound of his master's voice?
Yes,
I think is what it was.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, honestly, if you have not tried this yet, you really should. I was so fascinated when I first learned about this from Andrew. Maybe you're learning about this